Hello and welcome to Tarot the Stash Way. My name is Gerald, TarotStache, and tonight we're going to actually be dealing with card interaction. We're going to explore what happens when tarot cards literally overlap. A 2-inch circle is punched in one and the other one is embedded inside. What could go wrong? I'm not sure about you, but I'm very fortunate to be joined by Madame Maru's House of Cards. Hello, Maru.
Hello.
And there's been this rumor that there is a really handsome and intelligent guy on tonight. It may be Tom from Early Ritual.
Hello.
I'd say so.
I would say so. I'm not going to argue with that. So, and we've got our friend Heather, who, by the way, Heather, thank you for letting me crash on Friday. That was a lot of fun. I did share that on my community tab because Heather was talking about symbolism.
Yeah, that was a fun show.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Maru, how are you?
I'm good, as usual.
As usual. And it's weird for you not to be like, putting in links and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Feeling a little out of place, but I'll deal with it.
Okay. Well, I do want to say, thank you everybody for joining. As I mentioned, this is Tarot the Stash Way. Part of what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about how we interpret cards and the card interaction. I have my overhead camera set up. So in a minute, we will put that up and you can see the cards. And then we will overanalyze and overcomplicate things. Excuse me. We will give you what we think that things mean. And these are our opinions. And as always, these are for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. Yes.
Yes.
What was that, Tom?
Said yes, definitely.
Yes. If you have not already done so, please like and subscribe to all of our channels. There are links below so that you can show your support. Now, was that a scream?
It's outside my house.
Okay. Can we make up stories about what that is?
Sure.
All right. Anyhow, we have some amazing viewers here. Heather is here. Angie. We have, yes. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to be able to do that. Tom Early Ritual is here. And by the way, Tom was early for the show tonight. he was here early.
I made it on time.
Yes. And I am Lulu.
That's better than usual, I guess.
Magic with Moonlight has joined us. Roman, good to see you.
Hi, everybody.
Yes, it was a great conversation. If you don't know Heather's channel by Brush, Bone, and Indigo Ash, in my post on YouTube, I posted a link to that video, so then you can do that. So, oh, Bridget is here too. So this is good, Roman. Kat has joined us. Timmy Raven. Yeah, the pressure is all on you now for this show. Really?
Yeah, I know. I got to carry these too, but I'll do my best.
Here, does that make you feel better?
No.
We're riding on your shoulders.
There you are. Oh, can I be the devil? I'm never the evil one.
And I'm the angel.
Yes. Yes. And Timmy from Raven Tarot Meditation is here.
2 devils.
Yes. Oh, here you go. Well,
what is the devil but a fallen angel?
Well, yes. But see, Tom, you are so angelic. You need the two of us to balance you.
That's true.
So, and Pamela Batchelor is here. Good to see you. And Norman Bates lives next to Maru. Lightfoot is here. Thank you. Oh, as a moderator, never mind. We got more mods in chat. What? You're good. We're good. So, why do I not have Heather as a mod?
It's because she changed her name.
Yeah, she changed her account.
Yeah.
Well, Heather, don't be doing anything crazy. All the power. Okay, so we're talking about card interaction. And when you are reading tarot, there's multiple ways that you can read. You can read one card at a time. Then you could also read a card for a meaning as it relates to that position in the spread. You can also read the cards intuitively, where it's really part of it is about storytelling. What do the images tell you? What strikes it for you? Do the bucket of ice challenge and see if you melt. No, I'm not going to do that. I would not do that to ice. So, so and I think there's lots of interesting ways. And by the way, as you read and you get more experience, the way you interact with the cards, as well as the card interaction, grows and evolves as it should. We're talking about, I'm going to say we're going to be talking about some maybe postgraduate work stuff. And so there could be different meanings. And so anything either of you would like to add to that?
I'm just ready to get going.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good point that you said about the how the way you read interaction especially changes the more you read, because I do think that's very true. I think as you start to understand the cards better and different cards, and when you start introducing like different decks into your repertoire, and regardless of whatever spread, different spreads even now, but I think you do start to really understand and appreciate the differences between them and the way that they interact with each other. And that's something that takes experience and time, I think, to get to.
Yeah.
And I think this method is different even than having them next to each other, because
this just takes
the properties are surrounded by one another.
Yeah.
Engulfed.
Yeah. Mo is here. Hello, Mo. And my husband is here from the dishwasher. He's actually in the kitchen. So thank you, Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Timmy said, I've been mixing major, court, and pip cards from different decks. That's something new for me. That's card interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you interact pip cards with minors from visual decks, from representational decks. That's very interesting. And not asking for one, just I see you. I see you. So, all right. I'm going to change my camera. I'm going to set it so if I do this, and then I do this, and then like this, I think what I'm going to do is let's talk about the art of the deck, because these are for I've got your question marked, Roman. These are decks that I have circle punched. For those of you who've not seen the circle punch stuff, gird your loins, because it freaks some people out. So what I've done is I've literally punched a circle inside these decks. And so from there, I actually have all of the circles in here. And I use my laptop. Yes. And then so this, I would pull out a punch and then I would embed it there. And then we have our first card interaction. So, so if you want to see, here's all of the stuff. Oh, well, how'd that get in there? Tom, any idea how this got in there?
No comment.
No comment? No?
Nope.
Nope.
Your stray bluebird?
Yes.
I knew it would come up eventually.
Yeah.
Can't help himself.
Yeah. Okay, so Gerald, quick question. Do you use a laptop? I use a laptop for my live stream, and I have a separate camera that I can use for this. Trying to get to know and understand the deck of cards I was given. Be careful not to overcomplicate it. Start simple and let it grow and evolve. So, yeah. What are you giggling about?
Roman.
The nefarious bluebird. What? Where did you get that? The pigeon. It is not a pigeon. Wow. I'm not sure if the nighttime audience can handle circle punch decks. Maybe not. We have Bobby, who is going to be with me in a week. So I've got him as a casual. So, okay. I do, the art of the deck. Whichever deck you want to use does create a certain level of interaction, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So I think, Tom, you had you had an opinion about all of the decks that I have out here. And
well, I mean, I think my opinion is you chose the right ones to cut up.
Wow, everybody. Wow.
I kid. I'm just it's interesting because the 3 out of the 4 decks is really only one that I prefer, and it's the traditional RWS. But because even Deviant Moon I'm not a fan of, even though I do like Patrick Valenza's work a lot and love most of his other decks.
Okay. And
Sorry
I think
that.
Yeah. Well, did you see Tony Antoinette is a big Valenza fan, and she's like, what the hell did you do to the Deviant Moon? It's like I bought an extra deck.
Yeah.
So, but anyhow, so this is very much a traditional. This is a much more modern take on it.
Yeah.
What, Maru?
He's gonna keep calling me.
Oh.
I need to see if I can text him.
Okay. You want me to take you out for a bit?
Let's see what happens.
Okay. And so Deviant Moon is for some people what nightmares are made of. I just think this is a fascinating deck. And then we have the Druid Craft. So very Celtic. So Mo is lost. So okay. So the art of the deck is really important because when you are reading and doing card interpretation, some of it is based upon just what you see visually, correct?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So we've got, let's just say, let's look at this one. And the visual here, let's see if I can do this. So the embedded images create interactive meanings. Now let me turn this down, see if we can get a little clearer. Okay. So what we have here is we have the Emperor with the Three of Swords embedded in it. And part of that is part of it is it's one of those things. Well, let me back up. Tom, when you think of the Emperor, what meanings or what things do you get?
I mean, depends on what I'm reading about. Depends on a lot of things. But to me, it's always obviously a sense of like authority. Clearly that masculine like type of father type figure to it. So there's always also for me a lot of times like a stoicness, especially with the way he is sitting and just what interests me a lot about the Emperor especially is as a card he is looking directly at you.
Yes.
You know, a lot of the other cards play on some sense of directionality, more so in other decks potentially than in the RWS. But I think with the Emperor, it's especially in the opening of the majors of the RWS. There's a lot of the cards do look at you.
Yes,
the
they're
reader,
making direct eye contact.
Yes, yeah.
So Maru, what I had asked was, let's separate these. What do you think of when you think of the Emperor? And go ahead.
Being in charge, of course. I also recently learned that it's a.
Okay. I think for me, the Emperor is about understanding the scope of what you have and of what's available to you.
Yeah.
The Emperor understands the edges of the kingdom, what's going on, how things are, what are the boundaries, and also what happens with.
I think I accidentally touched my screen. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. So for me, the Emperor is about control, understanding your kingdom, understanding where the resources are going to be coming from, and the relationships that need to be maintained.
Yeah.
So
also, it's I recently learned from the Boda deck that it's about vision.
Oh yes, yes.
So.
So let's.
I like the way you put that, Gerald. That he understands the boundaries of the kingdom. It's a great way to put it.
Yes, because for me, with an Emperor, once you're in the kingdom, it's going to take a lot for you to get kicked out, because you're in that kingdom, you're in that realm. So here we have the Three of Swords. So what's the energy that you would think of normally or with the Three of Swords?
The one word that comes to mind is regret.
Okay. Regret. I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely hurt. There's definitely sorrow, I would say, is obviously there's the cliche aspect of it about heartbreak and all that, but that's very surface of it, but it's still a part of it. And
I mean, it's a mental card, right? Swords are your mental capacity, but it's dealing with your emotions.
Yes. Well, and I also think this for me is always the Three of Swords is a universal pinch to tell you to get out of your heart and get into some action to help make what you want to happen.
Yeah.
And not your head and your heart and your mind are not in accord. And so that's something to consider. Heather said, tyrannical emperor reign. Yes, that could definitely be. So, and Hershey has arrived, by the way.
Hi, Hershey.
I mean, I think the thing that's interesting about the Three of Swords, especially, hey Hershey, by the way, is it's a 3, so there's that sense of stability, even though you're in this feeling of emotion and grief and like Maru said, regret, potentially. I think it's something that you need to. You're in a stable state of it.
Yes.
You're in it. It's time now to process it.
Yes.
Which I think is key, that I think sometimes people don't necessarily think about when they're reading with the Three of Swords, especially.
Yeah.
I think the combination for me would be like he sees that he has to make a choice that he's, going to be painful for him to have to carry out.
Well, yeah.
Well, I think you've made that choice already, because you had the Two of Swords before you. So I think you've made that choice, and now you're sitting with that choice.
Okay.
That's how I read it. I'm not saying.
Well, see, and here's the thing is when we look at them separately, they have meanings, but when you put one inside of the other, visually, this tells me that here at the core of this emperor is the Three of Swords. All of the things that were described for the Three of Swords could be very much a driving force for this emperor.
Yeah.
Now, emperors, first of all, this is a 3 and the emperor is a 4. So it is a progression. But the other thing is, I also thinking of this, emperors can, let's think of them as let's think of them as healthy. A healthy emperor understands the kingdom and what's going on around the kingdom to keep everything safe. An unhealthy one can be very tyrannical, very dictatorial, and so I think embedding a 3 in that, this emperor has been through some hard times, and it informs how he rules. What do you think about that?
That's an interesting way of seeing it. The reason that I said it looked like he was looking at a choice is because the way it's shaped, it sort of looks like he's looking at a crystal ball, basically looking into the future.
That's true. Yeah.
That is beautifully said, Maru.
He's pondering his orb.
Yes. And by the way, everybody, this is the important part of seeing visually of what's going on. She just told a really powerful story, and I think all of you who are watching are going, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So this emperor is one who does use divination to help them understand, and suddenly this is what's going to be showing up that he's going to have to deal with.
See, it's interesting because the way I looked at this immediately, because of the visual aspect of it, it looks to me like he's the one that's keeping those swords in, like, not even
he did the stabbing.
Not that he did the stabbing, but he's holding that in, and to me, it wasn't so much. Gerald looked at it that it's been what he's been through. To me, it's he's teaching
perpetuating
you what you need to go through, like, and he's being that stable force for you to go through it.
And what's really interesting, Maru said perpetuating it. That's a different meaning than he's trying to help others learn from what he went through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
See, I'm not taking it as negative as I think you guys are for some reason, but
oh no,
I don't know why. I don't know
no,
why I'm taking it.
it's
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 more of a
all
cleanse, in my opinion. That's
Okay.
how I'm
okay.
taking it.
I can appreciate that.
I like the idea of him being supportive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I want to get caught up in the chat because we've had some people. Um, we have the interaction of a behavioral archetype emperor with the air element. That is another beautiful way to pay attention to card interactions. What elements are interacting?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody here watches Integrative Healing with Sadhana.
Mm-hmm.
Please do. I took classes with her and I got some personal readings with her. And one of the things that she pays attention to is she pays very close attention to, are all of the elements represented? If one is missing, that could be an element of concern. So, okay. Someone that caused heartbreak, whether intentional or not. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Fire
Yeah.
and air elements. Yep.
And I think all these interpretations that are coming up, I think, are all extremely valid, and very dependent on the context of the question and the placement
Oh,
in the reading
yes.
too.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And I'm going to say this. Everybody get ready for this. Tom brings up a very important point.
That's a first.
Context. Where does this fall in the reading?
Mhm.
So that is why I do think the position means a whole lot, especially if it's in the past or if it's in the future. It's something to come up. Beth said air with fire makes a powerful combination.
Yeah, feeds it.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Roman has been talking about bunions. Roman, I would seek professional assistance for your bunions. I do not recommend you doing this for yourself. Please don't. And please, whatever you do, do not film it. I do not want to see pictures.
That's all behind the paywall.
That's behind the paywall. So, yeah. And Timmy brings up there is an aspect of Tree of Life has parallel trees, each representing one of the elements, also a set for each court suit. Mm-hmm. Yes. And so a cleanse or a powerful play in its negative aspect.
Yeah, and I think that's very dependent on.
Power
I
play.
think both are possible, and potential, depending
Yes.
on the context.
So one of the things that I had mentioned earlier, you two tell me if I'm going off, I'm going crazy. Well, crazier than normal.
Yes. Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Part of what happens is in a Celtic cross, you have two cards that are crossing each other. This is oftentimes what you see in a Celtic cross. It's that this is the spread. This is what is causing the energy of the at that moment. What's going on? And here, just for this example, we have the 2 of swords and the 6 of cups. They're card interactions here. And these card interactions, can we do a similar thing that we talked about before? Because the circle punches, they're very unique. They're very me. How would you, I'm going to put Tom on the spot first. If you have the 2 of swords crossed by the 6 of cups, what is that about?
Oh, I mean, I think this is very clear to me, at least. It's you have an important decision to make in your life that you're being that you need to make, but the problem that you are having making that decision is either you are stuck in a sense of nostalgia or you're held by something in the past that is keeping you from making that decision. Potentially, I would think family or something of that nature. But again, that would be my initial take on that base, and then go from there, depending on where the cards go. But
what about you, Maru?
Yeah, I was thinking, you're choosing is being influenced by nostalgia. It's making it more difficult to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Like having to sell your parents' house or something like that.
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to agree with you, because that nostalgia, looking at the past, can be a very pleasurable thing oftentimes.
Or
When you slap it with this having to make a decision visually, this is a card that does suggest, ooh, I'm caught up in this. I can't see the choices.
Yeah.
And Beth added, I would say you have a decision to make, but you're perhaps being swayed by feelings from the past, and you need to see that and clear it.
It's always a good sign when I'm on the same page as Beth. Then I know I'm doing things right.
Yeah. And Heather brings up, afraid to let go of what has been safe, and making that decision would push us out of our comfort zone. Yeah. Very astute, Heather. Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. You can't see me, and I'm pointing at the screen, and I'm doing all that. Does it change if it goes this way? If the 6 of Cups is crossed by the 2 of Swords? How does it change it?
The decision that you have to make is now about the nostalgic situation. Like perhaps your old friend has not become a good friend anymore, and you have to end your relationship or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, obviously it's the cups, so it's about the emotions that are tied with it, and you have to make a logical decision. To me, this would actually read a little bit better against what Maru said on the last about like potentially selling like a parent's home or something like that. To me, like that, this would play very well into that concept.
Yeah. Well, and I do want to say, Jeffrey, 2 of Swords, 6 of Cups could indicate a decision about your child's welfare. And this brings up another very good point, is sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Sometimes this card could be about 2 children.
Yeah.
So that's also another card interaction. That is really where I think if when you were looking at it and considering it, pay attention to the visual representation of what goes on. So, and yes, Beth, you have much wisdom. We appreciate you so much. I know I do. So do I, Beth. Beth also said, if I were reading for someone, my first thought was that the decision they have to make concerns either their children, their parents, sibs, or old friends.
Yeah. And again, I think it would be dependent on what the clearant was asking originally.
Yes. And by the way, Jeff from Tarot Ask Backwards says, or they are an alcoholic friend who is mentally ill. Yes, that could definitely be. 6 is the motivation. 2 is the decision itself.
Yeah.
And 6 Cups, 2 Swords may indicate your memories are causing the stalemate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yep, could be a banal decision to get a babysitter or not. Well, yes. Okay, I have to remove this deck. By the way, this is the Robin Wood Tarot, which is on Tom's 10 most hated decks. Is that fair?
Maybe top 20.
Top 20. Okay.
I just don't understand the love it gets as much, but it's okay.
Okay. Everybody's entitled. You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I have plenty of wrong opinions.
So while I shuffle, I'm going to put this bluebird right here. I'm actually going to pull. No. Yeah. I'm going to pull out. Yeah, he quits.
But it's so cute.
Yes. Okay, so here you go. I'm going to put out 3 cards.
I just think it's funny that he had to go out of his way to find a bird that actually is blue, because the one that he used had no blue on it.
So I think what's as we look at this, so I've pulled out 3 cards. Right now we have the 5 of Wands, Judgment, and the 4 of Wands.
Talk about judgment.
Yeah, Judgment. Here you go. Jane the Seeker is here. Jane the Seeker, hello.
Hi, Jane.
She knows I speak truth.
Yes. So, okay. So, and there. Okay. Is that the Brady Bunch Wheel of Fortune? Oh, I don't. Okay. Anyhow, so we have 3 cards right here. How do these cards interact? What do you think about those? It's the 5 of Wands,
which is a fight,
and the 4 of Wands,
which is a celebration.
Uh-huh. How do those relate to each other?
There's a struggle or fight that happened. Decision was made, a judgment was made on it, and now you can rejoice in that.
Divorce or marriage?
Could be.
And see, and in this line, part of what I see, I always think about the 5 of Wands is it is an exchange of energy. It doesn't have to be an argument, but you have to be very careful because it can become an argument very easily. When dogs are playing and then suddenly somebody nips too close, then it gets to be there. So there's this need for making sure that we're using that energy to have a better understanding and experience and broaden our judgment, because on the other side of it is much more of a celebration.
I would say possibly someone's going to an event and they need to use their judgment to keep from getting into an argument with the people that are there, maybe.
That's true. That's true. And Jane the Seeker is going to bed.
Good night.
Yes. And
Hi, Jane.
Jeff, Tarot Ass Backwards says, I hear harmonic discourse with those 3 cards. And Beth said, I see the 5 of Wands as misunderstanding or people working in cross purpose. I see then the awareness comes in and the stability created in a positive energy shift.
Yep.
So, okay. So are you ready to really mix it up?
Let's do it.
Okay. Here we have the Lovers. So the Lovers embedded in the 5. We have the 3 of Cups embedded in Judgment. And then we have Temperance embedded in the 4 of Wands.
Okay. Well, your friends are judging your relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And turning their backs on it. Even though it's interesting because the 3 of Cups, the imagery of that 3 of Cups especially reads so differently in this context than what the meaning of it would be.
They think you guys fight too much and you need some counseling.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. With the Five of Wands embedded with the Lovers, I think there is an important thing about being in a relationship. It's how do you argue? How do you disagree? If you disagree and you argue fairly, that can actually lead to better things.
Oh yeah.
It's when somebody is telling you you're not you don't fight fairly and you do it from a disrespectful, it flips the relationship. It becomes then very very adversarial and not healthy at all.
Yeah, you need to learn to fight fair to keep your relationship.
That's absolutely. A woman had a fight with her husband or lover. She goes and hangs out with her friends. They convince her to go to Coachella, and she painted herself blue under the influence. Yeah, well, yes, that is exactly. I mean, and that's what's funny about that is I bet if you were to say something like that to a person for whom you're reading, that might resonate with them and it might make them go, oh yeah, okay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could also read this as a woman's in a relationship that's nothing but fighting. That second card, the Judgment, is her release, and her friends are supporting her, and then it's just a weekend of debauchery.
Yes,
but not too much.
And by the way, we're not judging a weekend of debauchery at all.
No, encouraging.
You do you.
Yeah, I mean, when you get free, you should celebrate it, right?
Exactly.
Yes. So, I mean, and this idea is if we were to look at these without those other cards, this Three of Cups and Judgment, it has a different feel, doesn't it?
It really does.
Your friends are helping you. Your friends are helping you really make better choices and to help you elevate you. But when you put it in this context, it really it means something different, which again is the relationship between the cards. Okay, let me get caught up in chat. 5 of Wands and 4 of Wands. You're in your 5 Judgment and the 4. Your energy level is raised to attune to your higher calling. Stay on the right path. So without the circles in it. And Heather said, I would much prefer to go to another Lilith fair. Oh, Jeff said, separating the personal from the professional or workforce romance where you have to work with someone you broke up with, and then you find a way to work it out. Oh, that's a quote from the police report. Well, and I'm going to. I think Jeff has got something here. There's a part of the masochistic pleasure relationship.
Yeah,
that's part. I mean, we're not judging that, but that could be part of what is going on here. That there is that exchange. Yeah. Definitely forgiving yourself.
Some people do like to fight in their relationships. That's true.
Absolutely,
it keeps it exciting for them somehow.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think we should point out what Had Enough says. I think this is really important.
I do not think I would be very good at card reading. I cannot get past the colors. The colors are feeling to me.
Yeah.
Start there.
Exactly.
I'm like going, yeah, that's like freaking perfect. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another aspect of the cards And one of the reasons why I think we gravitate towards using different decks for different readings at different times and for different people is because of those type of things. The colors, because they do speak to a level of this that's extremely important. That I don't think it's something that people necessarily don't point out, but I think a lot of times people are much more subconscious about it than they are conscious of the importance that the colors play
I
in
agree with you.
the readings.
Hattie, Hattie, I think, said this was a teal sandwich earlier, and Hattie, you are correct. It does very much look like that, doesn't it? And I think there's an important thing there, and I have to do this because I'm sorry, I'm going to scare everybody. There's something really important about that, Hattie. Lean into your strengths, as Beth said.
Mm-hmm.
Don't discount them, because you're the opportunity for you to go, okay, now what do you think? What is a teal sandwich to you? What do you feel when you look at these images? That's really, really beautiful. And yeah, I mean, and even, and Beth said, I would suggest you lean into your strengths. You have a gift for color. Use that in your reading style. Start with color. You start with your strengths. Yeah. And
what makes you unique as a reader as well, because let's be honest, it'd be a very boring space if we all just were like, oh, this card means this card means this, and just like, read from a book, what everything is. The point of being a reader is to take everything, your experience, your knowledge, your understanding, into it as well.
Yeah. I would also say, this is good advice. You can absolutely work with that. Have color as your foundation for reading the cards. Work with it. And great advice, Beth had enough. Color is a richly textured study. And in fact, self-promotion here in Tarot the Stash Way, we've talked about color. Heather, who has gone to dinner, meeting Betsy Palmer, Richie, and I, and probably several others, have talked about colors and what those colors mean. Pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Pay attention to that. Yes. You see colors when you see feelings, etc. Yeah. And you are absolutely right, Jeff. There are so many ways we all have this gift. So now here's an interesting thing. We have this. What happens if we were to put the Four of the Lovers in the Four of Wands?
That's a honeymoon right there.
That is the honeymoon. Thank you. And we put Temperance inside Judgment, and the Three of Cups inside the Five of Wands.
Don't fight with your friends.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you fight with your friends, you've got to go up and you've got to make up. You got to be willing to go out and have a good laugh about the stupid stuff you've argued about. So
yeah, I agree.
So I think this is an interesting one. Temperance and Judgment. That's a really powerful, it's a provocative image, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a very provocative image. Now, something else that was... Maru, did you have something to add? Sorry.
Well, I mean, it kind of gives me the feeling that she's leaving her friends behind and going on a remote wedding and honeymoon and stuff kind of thing.
Sure.
And they're upset that they can't participate.
Yeah, because you're reading all of those together. Absolutely. Yeah. See, and this is really important. So I'm going to do this. One of the things that I noticed before, and we didn't talk about it, is this sort of makes an image, doesn't it? Sort of looks like somebody has painted themselves blue, and the tambourine is actually the person's head.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What is that?
But it's empty.
Well, yeah.
It's empty and ringing.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take it to the route, I like what Jeff is saying in the sense that it's ritualistic. It becomes that becomes the vibration. So it's empty, but it's full of life and vitality.
Yeah. The ritualism, yeah.
So I like that.
And this just in, Beth says, or could the blue stand for a double life? Like her friends don't like the person she's seen, and she sees her lover behind their backs.
Yeah.
Fascinating, isn't it? Are people seeing? I'm hoping this is getting people to think about card interaction in a new way, because there's a lot of ways to engage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I have to do. No, I'm not going to do that, Tom. I'm going to use this one. Think
about it. Like it's about the nuance.
It is,
because we're still looking at the big picture of things, but you're changing a small. No, but it's not so small, but you're changing a smaller detail within a card, and altering the way that the story is being laid out. Even though, like for the most part, we've been looking at these 3 cards in a row, and we concoct a story or a what we think it's the reading is, and you flip the things around, and like while we're still playing within that context of that story, there's still the little details are changing, the nuances. It's really intriguing, and it's very important, I think, how much impact a placement of a card has against
absolutely. So I have pulled out in the Rider Tarot deck the Moon and the 7 of Wands. Now, what happens if I put inside the Moon the Devil from the Coachella deck, the Light Seers?
Coachella deck.
That's what Beth calls it. It's the Coachella deck.
Exactly.
And, okay. First time I'm seeing the transparent tarot a bit here in the pit. Oh yeah, that's a very, very good point, Pamela. The transparent tarot is a deck that Emily Carding created, and it does something similar to this, but the cards are actually transparent. So yes, it's very similar to having different decks, artist and different art for different perspectives.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you can't see me, I'm pointing at the camera. Sometimes it is important to have a different perspective that it can be shockingly different, because it makes you go, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I see. And Timmy said this dual card interpretation is fueling new ideas as I see them. It's a mix of natural elements and symbols together, showing the infinite variations of circumstance. And then, Timmy, you add card position. It completely blows it out of the water. So, okay, the Moon.
Are you putting anything in the 7?
Would you like me to put something in the 7? You want to read them together?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
gotta say that the devil in the moon is blowing my mind.
Really? Okay. Here. Why? I want to know why. Maru, I want to put Tom on the spot. Why is that blowing your mind?
I should have kept my mouth quiet. So there's just a lot of little things. I mean, we got having the idea of the devil in the center of the moon is quite interesting because of the play of you have the feral and the domesticated
The
dogs.
dogs are in place of the
Exactly, taking that role of the lovers devil card. It's really interesting, and I find it very intriguing that the path leads to the devil.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving me obsessive relationship vibes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to know what the 7 was.
Yeah. Well,
you're defending your relationship from other people's judgment. I just wanted to know what the interior was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Jeff said the secrets of codependence in a cult. Denial of a secret that is already out. It almost in the same way reverses it. And the dogma. You are digging your heads in what the
dogma.
Devil. Oh, the dogma. Love that movie, Dogma. Who is this cult leader and could be believed? Yes. Yeah. The devil and the moon card are opposite each other on the tree of life.
Yeah, but now they're combined.
Yeah.
Which is where the true alchemy happens, right? You know, I mean, it's just it's interesting. I dislike the use of the unicrystal hexagram in the devil on this card too. In this deck, it's one of the things I don't like about this deck. But but now it's like so front and center. But it's interesting.
Well, and so if I were reading this, I'm reading this. Part of when I see the devil, for me, when I'm doing this, I look at it visually and I'm like, wow, this is a very interesting image, isn't it? It's like the devil is in the moon. The devil is the face in the moon. And you had mentioned the dogs. The dogs are barking at it and forcing it. But I think what's also interesting is the moon is stuff that we're not always willing to look at. It's illusion. So what we have is we have the devil who wants you to look at illusion, wants you to
the
get
devil's
caught
the
up
father
in
of lies.
What was that?
The devil is the father of lies.
Yes. And so then you have that illusion within that illusion. And if I were to give somebody practical advice, you need to be very careful of what you do in your dream state. It may be a chance for you to really do some shadow work and to do that difficult stuff that's hard to do during daylight hours. But it could be a relationship that's more physical than emotional. If you understand that, it gives you clear choice to continue or limitations. I see the devil as a challenger or a combat for power. When inside the moon, it's going on behind the veil. Devil is outward flowing energy. The moon is inward flowing energy. All Beth is seeing is a good time. And, Beth, that is a very good time. And it may just be for one night. And, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Oh, and Beth did say there's a very short bridge between the devil and the moon. They're companions. And Pamela, I agree with you. The RWS moon is exceptionally bright for the devil. Yeah.
Lucifer, Lightbringer.
It is a really good, I mean, it's a good combination. So the lobster is going to go through the path and save the day. I think the lobster is going to be snipping someone where it makes them uncomfortable. The devil's not going to like it. The devil might get snipped a bit.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, this is always. I mean, I think the lobster, crayfish, whatever you want to call it, is um,
The crustacean.
the crustacean is always something that's up for a lot of debate, I think, across readers, and what the symbolism is there. And I think it's interesting, but like, I tend to think of it as like, yeah, it's crawling from that primordial ooze of the unconscious. It's which plays into this aspect of the devil being there, because it's your, I guess, what your psyche coming to the surface. And
The dark side of the moon.
yeah,
Ooh,
exactly,
good reference. Good reference.
there's play to happen here,
Yes.
to talk about to reference Beth.
And Jeffrey did share, I'd guess it's a call to look into the shadows to find out what's causing the ebb in your life force. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And here, let me do something that everybody's not going to like. What happens when you do this? When you put the devil in with the 7 of Wands.
He's getting bashed in the head.
Yeah. Now you're fighting the
defending yourself from temptation.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're fighting the urge. Exactly, Beth.
Sex just got real boring. Well, and here you go. You're fighting yourself.
Yeah.
Play love, remember, is here. Criticism is happening. Barking, snipping. Yes. And Jeff must be hungry because he's seeing Oreos here. Now I want Oreos. So he's roasting the devil on his canoe, fighting your devils. I think when I see this, it is a much more empowering card. You are overcoming something that has been holding you back, and you've not been willing to look at it. You've taken, and for those of you who are watching and know what energy or suit the devil is, it's just like going, we have fire beating the hell out of this. Yeah, fighting your devils.
It's Capricorn, right?
Capricorn. Okay. Don't give into temptation.
Mm.
So it's, if I saw that in a reading, I would say the querent has more clarity about personal demon. Say that the querent has more clarity about a personal demon they have. Oh yeah,
definitely.
Mm-hmm. So, see, and this is fighting your personal, fighting for your personal power. Now, okay. Now what we have,
regaining control. Yeah, I mean it's
regaining control.
You've shed the chains and now you're fighting it off.
Yes. So we've had the devil. The devil has shown up in both of these, and let's make this. Let's say we've got the Knight of Cups in the moon. I know. After the devil in the moon, it's very disappointing.
It's a different kind of obsession.
Well, and see, when I see this, part of it is you're being emotional and you're moving through these things that are illusional. that are
It's
delusional.
romantic.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, this is so interesting because Tom is quiet and he doesn't know what to do with this boring pair.
Yeah. I'm trying
Look,
to.
he's serenading the lady under her window in the moonlight.
There you go.
But those damn dogs keep howling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see,
Yep. Every time he gets really going, they start singing along.
and what's really interesting, isn't this this is a very appealing image.
Yeah.
It's very appealing. It feels like it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah. It's interesting because I say that it's a boring pair, but it's really not, because it's if you
It's
look at
just more
the
interesting to females than to males.
It's more
Potentially.
interesting to females than males.
But I feel like it's just very, when you look at what these cards are about on their own and you smash them together, it creates a very interesting space that I'm trying to. This would be an odd pairing to come up in a reading for me, I feel. I mean, again, it's very much dependent on the context for where I would go with this, because you know, obviously there's the aspect of illusion, and you know, who's the illusion here is the Knight of Cups being a little like a Lothario type, you know, with this air of illusion about it, or I don't know. It's like, exactly.
Jeffrey,
The Knight in Shining Armor. Yeah.
Knight in Shining Armor, very fairy tale romance for me.
Yeah.
For Jeffrey, I have to say, I will be blunt. This is a really good dream.
Yeah. But is it just a dream? Like,
it's just a dream, but sometimes dreams are important.
Dream lover.
Dream lover. Oh yeah, there you go. Dream lover. So, and
no, it's so it's like I feel bad for saying it's boring initially, because it's really not, but
it's a big difference.
Yeah. And not to break the fourth wall, Gerald, but I have a question for you.
And I have an answer.
Did you choose these pairings beforehand, or are you pulling out from the bag?
I'm pulling out from the bag.
Okay. Interesting.
The Knight of Cups is ruled by Pisces. The Moon is ruled by the Moon. Double of the same. Yes. This would be in a very emotional pairing.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Very, very emotional. Now, if we do this, by the way, Tom, you saw me backstage trying to put deck cards in order. I do not have that much tension. Okay, so here we have the Seven of Wands. Let's put in the Six of Pentacles.
Ooh.
So this is the Six of Pentacles.
Huh.
That's charity, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the reciprocity card.
It looks like he's trying to fend off someone that's trying to buy him, though.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Or he's fighting it with a bribe. He's fighting off the because to me the figure.
So like he's holding the money.
Yes.
Offering it to whoever's trying to attack him.
Yeah. That's part of the defense here is
throw money at it.
Shiny little this pentacle I have for you.
Well, and I think it's also very interesting is because the way the image is set up, we have this wand right there at that back of the
Ooh,
head,
yeah.
and it goes right into the pentacle. And Roman likes the idea of a bribe, conflict of interest. It's also it's I'm wondering if this could be a Robin Hood sort of thing,
Yes.
stealing from the rich and stealing from the rich who think they're being all that, but they're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. I mean, because you can see with the hands behind that they're somewhat obfuscated, but there's some
Mhm.
trickery happening here.
Yeah.
There's some behind the back dealings
Mhm.
that are going on. So I agree with you. I think there is a rob from the rich.
And here we have Jeff. You know, by the way, this is the man I'm married to, so I'm going to give him preference.
Oh,
So I'm just
it's not
saying,
fair.
you know, he is Tom. He is my blue bird of happiness.
Okay.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But he says it could be standing up for the less fortunate.
But is he your blue owl of happiness?
He well said, yes.
Hmm.
Well said. Pamela said this could be a revolution card because we're not getting enough of this. And by the way, I saw the Moon Knight card. Someone trying to buy affection, and the dogs and the lobster not buying it. They think trickery comes up. Oh yeah, you know, always trust a dog's reaction to a human when they come into the room. So yeah, I'm spot on. Yeah, or it's rigged. It's rigged, and I'm spot on. So there we go. So, um,
And Gerald, was that a They Might Be Giants reference you were making?
I wouldn't say no, but kudos to you for catching that. So, okay, so here's something. Okay, so we've had that, but here's something interesting. What if we do this?
Hmm.
The Six of Swords or Six of Wands embedded in the Seven of Wands.
Someone trying to steal your victory.
Yep.
Oh, see, I take it as the same that you're sabotaging your own self. To me, my immediate thought was it was the same person. And
Okay.
he's fighting his.
See, because he's holding the wand and he's trying to like stick it through the ring and
Yeah.
grab it for himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, a reversal.
That might say more about me.
Maybe someone trying to steal your valor, steal your,
Or by me getting in my own way.
Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting perspective also. You may have won an election, but you haven't won the war.
Yeah.
And I did see somebody, I think, said something about, okay, this one to me is more, looks more political. There's an emperor of sorts, arrogant and proud, and the people are rising up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hypnicity said inner voices. You have a victory.
Yeah.
But what's happening is your inner voices are lessening the victory.
That's exactly where I was going with that. Exactly. Said much more succinctly and better than I could have.
Yes. So this, this is an important thing, and having that. And Jeff asked, he Gerald, do you sell these? Where do you get them? You get a copy of a deck and then you circle punch them. I did this. I've done 5 decks at this point. So yeah, self-sabotage. So do you want to do one more?
Sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
And professional jealousy. Someone upset by your advancements. Speaking as a person who has had that happen, yes. So okay.
Makes sense.
Here you go. Everybody loves the Hierophant, correct?
Oh boy. Yeah.
And I'm going to. Oh God! All right. Well, here we go. I'm just like, I didn't want two majors, but again, I did not plant these cards. So, okay, let me ask you this: these two cards next to each other, what's the interaction that you have before we embed something inside of it?
Well, the hangman is basically waiting for enlightenment, and the Hierophant is a teacher of enlightenment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So perhaps the teacher has arrived because the student is ready.
Ah, the student surpasses the master, so to speak. Both are headless, nicely spotted. Looking at religion from another perspective, a different spirituality.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely especially with this deck, I would say that it's definitely about enlightenment, which I don't think is necessarily always the case with the Hanged Man for me, but in this deck, very much so. But I think it's very telling that the directionality of this card, they are clearly facing the Hierophant. So I don't know. I do think it is again, context would matter for me where I would go with this, but
yes,
thinking about this, I do, because one of my issues that I have is the Hierophant, and is I'm so anti-dogma in so many ways, and that card is just very dogmatic for me, and I know it's my own issue, and I recognize that, but to me, the Hanged Man card is definitely reading that they've reached an enlightenment, and then they're being still there's a stifling from the Hierophant.
Sure.
Because of the system in place.
Mm-hmm. Timmy said, holding back from broad social interactions. Pamela said, Hanged Man sacrificed the Hierophant as tradition. Drowning Militant. Knowing the rules so you can break them.
Yeah.
And this is very, very interesting. I'm loving all of this interaction. Sacrifice for a higher principle or surrendering to a fascist. There you go.
That is so different, and
yeah,
and from Jeff, that makes so much sense.
People have such negative views of the Hierophant.
I know.
I
recognize that I do. I really do.
I'm a
and
big fan of the Hierophant, actually, and
I've gotten better with it.
So maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe the three of us need to have a conversation about the Hierophant. So, okay. And to prove to you that I am pulling these out.
Gerald doesn't like I called him out.
No. Here we have, hell is that one? The Queen of Pence. And then we have,
God, that lines up so good.
And then we have the Prince of Cups. Oh, that does line up pretty good, doesn't it?
It lines up really well. Like the flow is amazing there. I don't know what it means, but it lines up really well.
I think the horse-headed Hierophant is hilarious.
Yeah.
It is. Well, and I think what's interesting about this Hierophant for me is this is the Prince of Cups. You oftentimes don't see a Hierophant get emotional or show emotion.
Yeah.
And it would be very powerful to see a Hierophant have emotions and to be willing to show those emotions. Okay, I've just sucked the energy out of my guest with that statement. I'm, very powerful in that. Maru's even just looking at me going, "Yes, Gerald, that's exactly it. Yes, that's I'm teasing. I'm teasing." So, but yes. So there's that. Taxman and present, yes. This is an example of generative art.
I would say with the cup in his hand, the Hierophant is maybe offering communion.
Okay.
That is interesting. That's an interesting take.
That's good. That said, the Hierophant is very important in the Fool's Journey. Yes. As they learn there are rules, institutions, laws, and power, hierarchies. Sometimes the laws protect, sometimes they hurt. And for me, the thing about the Hierophant is when you follow the Fool's Journey, you actually see you have the magician goes outward for information, the high priestess goes inward, the empress nurtures something and creates something. The emperor creates the system, the surrounding areas. It's the Hierophant that wants to create rules and structures so that everyone can have their own experiences of going outward, going inward, and understanding what it's like to do those things. So, anyhow.
Something I recently learned about the Hierophant is that it governs your audio. Like, I forget what they call it, audio clairvoyance.
Oh, yeah, clairaudience.
Yeah.
Right. And also that it has to do with love. So I had sort of a revelation that that's why people love people who sing well. It's like an emotional attachment.
Okay. So this is an interesting thing. Let me put this aside. Let's talk about the Hanged Man, or the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Visually, this is fascinating, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, because this curve here is very telling for me.
Something about how money affects religion.
Could be.
Is the feeling I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think what I find interesting is the circle that is created from these two cards is then mimicked with, I guess, the runes at the bottom. Mm-hmm. What's interesting here is, the Hangman, if you want to look at it as the perspective of, like, new perspective, enlightenment, yada yada. The Queen of Pentacles is about that supportive, nurturing. Again, I feel like I keep bringing up stability, but it's a sense of stability. With the Queen of Pentacles.
I'm trying to get this to focus.
So how this plays in is how I'm thinking out loud here, but I'm trying to figure out the way that this works together. That there's a support system. I mean, you literally have a support in the ribbon or cloth or whatever that's supporting.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have the material, financial support that is being brought to you. So you're in a place of safe growth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like even though you're hanging there, you're being fed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
mothering, nurturing that's here.
Uh-huh.
And you have those little, like the little moon type figures in the background underneath the pentacle, even
Uh-huh.
that seems to be moving in the same direction as the direction of the runes, clockwise.
Yeah. So I'm going to, if I were to read this card interaction, because the Hanged Man, someone has to be patient enough to hang upside down to get that enlightenment. The Queen of Pentacles is also very patient.
Yes.
So in looking at this is definitely a card of a lot of patience to be willing to go the long term for the desired outcome.
Kind of like take all the time you need. You'll be all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got you.
Yeah. And Beth said, yes, Maru. I think it's money related. Hierophant represents greed. The Hanged Man is finding a more spiritual way of approaching the situation. Yeah. And
Because it's like they're withholding the money because it's going that way.
yeah. Yeah. Or they're caught up in the cycle of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes a circle will propel you forward, and other times it's just the repetition for repetition's sake, not to move forward.
Yeah. And to play devil's advocate a bit here,
What?
talking about context.
Yes.
Depending on where this is in the reading, you could read this card as like you're somebody that's stuck in a cycle of spiritual grift,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's from and then you have the Hierophant next to you, that cult leader aspect there, but like there's this negativity that could be here for this card, whereas I think we were talking about it in very positive terms before.
Uh-huh.
Now it's very I can see this as
yeah, sure, you could see it from that direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, it would be very dependent on what the querent is asking, what the context of the reading is, what the context of where this is in the reading, in the spread, and why I would get to that. But
okay. So because it's not yet midnight, as as Pamela had mentioned, how about we do a 2-card reading for what is coming up for the week and what we need to pay attention to for the week.
Okay.
Something like that. Sound fair?
Sure.
Okay. So here you go. One of the things coming up for the week is the 8 of Wands. And then we have the Page of Swords. Do you want to read those first, or do you want me to get the embedded cards?
So actually, I have a question for you, Gerald. In
Yes.
the like, I don't know if you actually do readings with these.
I do.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
How do you read them? Do you generally will read them before you put the card, or you build them and then read them?
I build them and then read them.
I would prefer them being filled.
Yeah.
Okay. And because it's Tom. We have the 7 of Swords in there.
Mm.
Tom, I'm yanking your chain, right?
I know you are.
Good. And then we have the 5 of Cups.
Just like the devil in the moon. Yanking my chain.
There you go. Yeah.
5 of Cups, regretting what you've learned.
Ooh,
okay.
A message of betrayal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you regret what you learned. that's a bad reading.
Yeah, this week's gonna suck. Sorry, guys.
Well, and I have to say, Beth said about that last pairing, the Hanged Man and the Queen is, or you could simply be hung up on money.
Yeah,
Mhm.
again, very, very important about the context. Exactly, I agree, Beth. Like it could be something as simple as that, where we're taking it to this enlightenment state, but yeah, it could be very material based.
Yeah, and okay, and Nalani says, "Wow, I see truth coming out." Mm-hmm. Do you want me to go next, Tom? Because I can.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm thinking again. It could be a rumor, so you should be careful about how you react to the message.
Are you looking at this here, or both of them?
Well, together, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because I don't think it's necessarily about deception. I do feel like, yeah, there's some shit coming down your way.
Well, I mean, what's the seven? The Seven of Swords.
The Seven of Swords could also just mean that you're getting out of the way. You know, that you're
good.
You know, you're.
I've never thought of it that way.
You're escaping away. You know, you're maybe you're the thief. You're the one getting away with it. You know, think about it from that perspective. So,
okay.
To me, the seven is not the cause of the eight. So I think the seven could potentially be using your intellect in ways to get around the firestorm that's heading your way. Again, context, but
yeah, and we're just looking at for the week.
Yeah,
you know, this is the week. Here's what we've got to watch out for.
So, you know, keep your head on a swivel, people. You know, like and find your paths away, but know that you may be leaving some things behind as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that Page of Swords with the
Five of Cups.
Five of Cups that's a rough one.
Uh-huh.
You have these new ideas. You've taken the steps to do towards that creation, but there's regret that you have associated with it.
Well, and so, you know, Beth has said, I definitely see this. I see this Seven of Swords here as some as a betrayal of some kind. I usually don't see that card as negative. She said,
"It's funny because I usually do see it as negative, but I'm seeing it as a positive here. So it's interesting, though."
And Beth followed that up with, I usually see the Seven of Swords as being resourceful, using your wits. Jeffrey brings up sevens also imply a bit of luck. Here's a nice little thing. Your passionate journey is at odds with your intellectual journey.
You could see it as spreading rumors because you're stealing information and then sending out the messages.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and if you look at it as the 7 and the 8, I mean, there's the 7, so it's comes before the 8 in this. So you're working on, you're basing your movement on foreknowledge of what is coming, let's say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Facing your dreams.
It could be a governmental leak, even.
What?
Mm-hmm. Well, Jeff is here.
Yes, be careful about what you wish for or plan for. Getting out of the way of one's onslaught of God knows what's heading to cleansing and healing.
Mm-hmm.
A whistleblower.
Yeah.
It could be social media, Maruta. Beware of what you read or also what we read is gonna burn.
Bum us out.
Bum us out.
Bum us out. Is that
Yeah.
what oh, well, burn us out too.
Yeah.
So I think, for me, a lot of times, I think some deception or someone being not who they say they are is going to come to light very, very quickly. And as the excitement happens, this person is trying to run in the opposite direction. They're being discovered. That discovery, and maybe this is just part of who we are, something that we don't like to see about ourselves. We get in our head, we are disappointed, but we're still trying to learn from it.
Yeah. And that's like ultimately, I would say that with that Page of Swords, it still is a very positive card here, because if you want to take it as like, in your head, there's a disappointment and regret, and maybe you need to get out of that, but you're still moving forward.
Yeah.
On that path, there's still rightward movement. It's still future facing. It's still moving ahead. And you have all these, out of those regrets and the spilled emotions that you have from those Five of Cups, there's new ideas popping up. There's new light bulbs that are forming from that. So it's something to take note of. That's the book. And keep trudging forward with it.
I see the Seven of Swords as the stolen information, and the book the page is holding as the published information. And it's going to cause someone a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But look at what the Page of Swords is using as their path. They're using that information as their path forward. That sword.
Page of Swords almost has a Fool vibe reversed in this.
I agree. Yeah.
Forward movement, open book.
Well, but he has a rope, and the Fool has nothing.
That's right. There is a rope here, but the Fool doesn't. Here's something else. I'm going to look
at that's the sword. I don't think it's a rope. I think it's a sword that they're walking across.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. It was the information.
Oh. For not liking this deck, you certainly know what
shut up.
He just has better eyesight.
Tom, can you hear this?
No, not at all.
Okay. So I'm going to pull this back visually.
Yeah, he can see great, but he's deaf.
I'm sorry, what? No.
I was just about to do that.
I'm actually going to say, here's something that's interesting. When I see this image, doesn't it sort of look like there is a bubble around this, and that all of these things are not going to hit this? They're going to bounce off of it.
They're insulated. Yeah.
They're insulated. And for those of you who have seen, what is it? The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Sarah Connor.
Terminator?
The Terminator. There's that moment when the guy is coming back to get him in Terminator 2, and he actually comes out of the bubble, the circle. It has that bit of a vibe.
Interesting.
And so this stuff is going to come fast and furious, but the 7 is going to suggest that someone's going to get lucky and they're not going to be discovered. And this person here may be disappointed by the what they expected to show up not completely showing up, because there's disappointment. And what they're doing is I think the suggestion is keep learning, keep reading, keep looking forward. And this just in, Jeff said, I don't resonate with this deck until now. You're welcome, Jeff.
I hear you, Jeff.
Circle punch, and we could make things happen for you.
Yeah, you just have to poke holes in it, and you'll love it.
And Beth says, I'm telling you, Gerald, it's social media. all the wands going towards someone, and the charges and penalties just bounce off. We're going to read that and feel discouraged. Quit reading social media. Avert your gaze. Do that. And by the way, this is my favorite tarot show. Thank you, Jeff.
You can use that quote.
Yeah. Oh, here. And Jeff says, this is my favorite tarot show. Like and subscribe. Running away will not save that thief. Nighttime is crazy. Gerald giving movie references. Blown mind. I must.
The fact that it's a Terminator 2 reference is what's blowing my mind. But
well, yeah. And okay, so here you go. You know what I'm going to do next, right?
No. Wow. Never saw that coming.
Never saw that coming. Or, here, let's do this then, Tom.
Oh.
What's that say to you?
Now you're just changing the rules on us.
Tom, there are no rules.
Oh, man.
I'm going to simply say, the more you read, the faster you'll be able to do something with that energy and that information.
Yeah.
Because what's great about this is this is surrounded by light bulbs.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, here we actually have a wand that is connected to that light bulb. There's going to be something that's going to connect. There's going to be something that connects. And I'm going to say, yes, do your research.
I'm only seeing 4 wands.
Well, okay.
So
4 wands with the page.
I'm only seeing 4 ideas. So there you go. There's 4 light bulbs. So you don't need more than 4.
Ooh, yeah, and someone who doesn't like the Hierophant complaining about rules changing.
Hey, Gerald, do you still have that mini hand with the
little finger?
Yeah, you have that handy.
Is it this one?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Or is it this one? Is it this one, Tom?
That was the one I was talking about. Yeah. Thank you, Val.
No. So, but see, yes, I think it's really important that what we need to do is there's a lot of power in reading these cards in a different way, even in a standard reading, because if you're doing a 5-card reading for someone, and then you change some of the positions, it suggests some opportunities. What's going to happen if you do this and create this environment? What are you going to do if you create an environment where there is the 8 of Wands, but the 5 surrounding the 5 of Cups? What's going to happen is it's going to get really hot and steamy, and you may lose sight of all of the things that you've lost because you're just going to blow over everything and not recognize the cups that are remaining.
The wands coming in are the things that knocked over the cups.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good
point.
I
mean, I think it's interesting because I feel like this completely changes the reading for me in the sense that I feel like with the Page of Swords. Before I get into this, one thing I want to say before you move the cards, and I totally forgot to. What I found interesting is before, when we were reading the 8 of Wands as an external force coming in, but the second you put it in that circle within it, it now became an internal aspect, which I thought was really interesting. And I meant to call that out, and I didn't because Beth distracted me with her filthy read of me.
Now that first one could be a copyright infringement, or readings or if I were reading for someone,
Yeah.
I would tell them to be careful in meetings that people don't steal their ideas.
This was exactly where I was going with it, because this is what I'm getting from this card now, and it's a very different feel. That like, yeah, those ideas that we were talking about, like, oh, we were creating them before. Now they're heading away, and they're being carried away by this person who is this thief.
Yes.
Because you're distracted. You're moving forward, and you're just distracted with your open book and reading.
Timmy says these whole cards look like the inside of my mind, LOL. A constant parallel of stuff happening. Well, imagine being the one who did them. Don't let your imagination run away with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Walking away or trying to free a botched heist.
Yeah.
I'm getting copyright infringement.
Yeah, isn't that really does feel like that? Somebody's going to catch you when you lie. Yeah, interesting that the person with the ideas of the meeting is the woman. The one taking credit for them is male. Just saying.
Well, some of us don't gender people, Beth, but if you want to, it's fine.
I'm gonna step away and watch to see what Beth does to you. And see, Maru's so upset she's leaving, Tom.
Oh no.
Yeah, see, she left. That's a good point, Beth. You're right.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And she brought receipts.
She brought receipts, yeah.
Ooh, snap. Good one.
That is true. That is very true. Yeah, I feel like Beth should be on this.
I have invited Beth multiple times to join me on the show. She is not going to have anything to do with it. But she's pretty dang insightful. Here. Okay, let me do this. Let me just do this. We're going to set these aside. We have the Ace of Wands. Maru was so upset with Tom, she spun around and disappeared in green smoke. And Beth is shy, she said. Okay, how's this?
Ooh.
Two of Cups embedded in the Ace of Wands, or should I say the Ace of Wands around the Two of Cups?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's interesting. So, like, I definitely feel like... I mean, obviously, it's the Ace of Wands. It's a new... I guess we're still playing with ideas. The idea that, there's something you're manifesting, something new, but like that's coming from this mix. And of course, when I see two things, I always think of a sense of like an alchemical combination here, which is interesting.
So some people, welcome back, Maru. Tom has been berated and belittled, and he's going to have to send you some sort of a gift as an apology. I'm just making shit up, Tom. You don't have to do
Beth made me cry, and it was really
made him cry. I had to talk him down from rocking back and forth in the fetal position. But and Beth did say I'm shy, so she wouldn't do it. Hypnicity said stir it up. Had enough said stirring the pot. That Def gives me cauldron vibes, cooking up some spell work or manifesting something. Do it actively. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's the union of I mean, you have like the blue and red here. It's the union of opposites kind of forming together and creating something new. I love that the steam from the two cups,
it sort of goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know. My phone freaked out.
It's all right. It's because of this new pair that we pulled, the Ace of Wands with the Two of Cups embedded in it.
Yeah.
And
Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. Oh my.
yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a pairing.
It is, and I agree with you, Pamela. It's actually a beautiful card because it truly is. Because if you look, all of this smoke over here goes with the steam, and then you have, I mean, visually, it's very, very appealing. And
yeah, and it's a cycle too, because look at the what you're manifesting and creating is shedding that new life and mana back into the stew. That is.
Yep. Beth put in something. I think that's my favorite combination so far. It's so positive. Be the change, stir your pot, come up with spells, magic, and everything. It's well balanced, and I would actually ping off of that. And I said, if you're going to do some magic, you're going to get inspired. Make sure that you are balanced with it. That you have a fire and water. I am a big fan of fire and water.
Passion right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you can do a lot with fire and water. You make steam, and steam does lots of things. Ask the steampunks. So, but I mean, visually it is beautiful, isn't it? I think it's very pretty.
It is.
Yeah, I like the way the stuff that's coming off the bowls sort of like goes into the wand card as clouds.
Yeah.
Gonna end up buying a lightsaber stack, and I'm gonna blame Gerald and Hershey.
Really?
But you're gonna poke holes in it, right?
I might.
Well, you're going to send it to me, and I will poke holes in it. So,
do that.
Okay. Roman said partnership sparks strong passion, determination, etc. Color match, and opposites sexually attract. There is that creation. Well, and I think that's that's really, really beautiful. There's so much alchemy in that.
So much. I mean, it's literally, this card is a definition of it.
What'd you say?
Have you ever seen a porridge spindle?
I have not.
There is actually a way that you stir porridge with a stick. It's called a porridge spindle. It's much better than using a spoon. And that's
interesting.
Reminding me of that implement.
That's cool. So I want to show Tom something. And I do want to be very clear with this.
Friggin' bluebird. I'm going to be.
It's not going to be a fucking bluebird. Relax. It's going to be this.
Aw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always on sale. It's cheap.
It is always on sale. It is cheap. But I did want to show you could do with the same deck. And I am going to purposefully pull out the first two light seers. So we had the Knight of Cups embedded with the Emperor. And let me find another. Really? Why can I not? Of all these fucking, excuse me, all of these.
I have that effect on people.
Here you go. So you could use the same deck with the circle punch.
Can you move the cards down a little bit? I can't see the top. Thank you.
Of course.
Now move your hand. Thank you.
So Knight of Cups with the embedded in the Emperor.
That's kind of weird looking, isn't it? Like with the two crossed legs.
Not only no, it's 3 cross legs because look at the horse.
Oh
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
weird, man. That
That's
is so
very
weird.
bizarre. Perfect. I'm walking away from my ex-husband, Beth said.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he seems pretty pleased with that too. So I think it's
He gets to keep the money.
success all around. Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
That's a Maruism. Porridge spindle. So when we put the, so what's interesting is when you're reading like this, you have this, okay, this emperor, if you've seen the actual deck, the emperor is very confident. That's why they have their leg crossed like that. But then we have next to it, we have the King of Pentacles, which is the minor version of the emperor.
He
Yeah.
has his legs crossed too.
He does. And so then we have the Knight of Cups. So part of the Knight of Cups and the Emperor is saying, perhaps you need to cross your legs a little bit, keep it in your pants. So then you have a foundation. And yes, I did just say that. And yes, you heard me correctly. Keep it in your pants. Think with your head first. Think with the head
Which
on
one?
top of your head,
Oh.
on top of your shoulders.
Well, in this card, that would be also
Right?
the lower head.
Well, that's true. But what happens if I do this?
Oh wow.
What is that game called? Twister?
That's a good Saturday night, kids.
Human centipede.
That and Pamela said centipede. That's awful. Pamela said that Knight of Cups is a weird empress. Yeah. But and I think, I do have to say this Knight of Cups is a very King of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. That's a really clear image, isn't it?
Yeah, that's very distinct. It's slapping you in the face here, I think, with it.
Yeah.
What I find interesting with the Knight of Cups, you could argue that the leg shape is referencing the Hanged Man.
Yes.
And about new, you want to think about new perspectives, and
it also gives me a double 4.
Yeah. But like, there's also this envelope on the mat there, that there's information that could potentially give you a new insight.
Right there.
I don't want to like this deck, Gerald.
You know what? I just got sort of a flash of the exercise of his authority in the relationship is what's causing her to walk away.
Yeah, here. Yeah. I just had an interesting thought here. We have a Knight of Cups who is, in his mind, is trying to be exactly like his father. And this is why there is a disconnect. There's no head. It's like he's trying to be his father instead of his authentic self. He has not figured out who he is. He's in that shadow. That's
I find it interesting.
Both front legs in the air.
Yeah,
the rider died in battle. One front leg up means the rider was wounded in battle. And if all 4 hooves are on the ground, the rider died outside battle. And there you go. That is correct, Maruta.
The other thing that's interesting to me is that Emperor piece. Even though I know that's not what's on the card, I don't believe, because I'm not familiar with this deck really enough. But to me, that almost feels like it's a torch that's being lit to like touch to the Knight of Cups, and it's being set on fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's lighting the passion that's needed within the Knight of Cups.
It also could be seen as an empty cup,
Yeah,
like he dropped it.
There's what the Emperor looks like.
okay, interesting. So, oh, it's a chess piece.
Uh-huh.
And the world's weirdest chair.
It's a big beanbag.
It's Mars.
Yeah, it's Mars, exactly.
I'm trying to find the other one so that you can see it. And so, because this is a really good point, because I think what's also, I think with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, definitely it's walking away. It could be, depending upon where it falls, it could definitely be the someone walking and finding what it is that they want. Because I think with the Eight of Cups, it's like, are you walking away from something, or are you walking toward that which you desire?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm very focused on the horse. I do see that as an overbearing lover or spouse injured you in battle, and you're walking away from a rather smug person. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And it's better for everybody. Yeah.
Yes. And it's Michael Jackson with his Thriller video coat. Okay, so here's something that what we've got. I'm going to separate this for a second, because we have this. What we have, these are the two cards. I show that because I want you to I just want you to see what you're not seeing here.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we did this, that's a different image, isn't it? That's a different meaning.
Yeah. It's very interesting to me because, like, for me, the Knight of Cups had a very female energy to it before you showed the full card.
Yeah.
I still see that as the Emperor being calculating in love.
This one or this one?
The second.
Or the
Yeah.
This one? Yeah.
When you overlay the Knight over the Emperor.
Like that.
Yeah, I mean, you have the emphasis here is on the chess piece. Like, you know, he's putting his pieces into position. There's a sense of manipulation.
Yeah. Beth is killing Pamela. This is a fun pairing. So, okay, I did want you to see that so you could see what's there. I'm also going to do this with these two, because you know the embedding of this is it has a different feel.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah.
And see
the King of Pentacles is much nicer looking when he has his dog beside him.
Yes. And
is one of these versions a bootleg?
No.
Yeah. Wow.
I bought them both from Hay House. Or yeah.
The printing is so widely different. Maybe it's the camera.
It's the camera. It's the camera. But you see what's a challenge is like going, okay, what do I circle punch so we still have the meaning? so that you can still see it, if that makes any sense. What am I going to pull out of that so that, this is the Eight of Cups. I was trying to see if I could find the Eight of Cups quickly.
Well, you have it, right? It's right there.
Okay, yeah, but I was just going to see what the circle punch looks like.
Oh. I mean, that'd be, yeah, I mean, that creates a whole...
It creates a hole.
Yeah.
It creates a hole.
Literally.
Well played.
Literally. Oh, my God. I mean, yeah, because, man, depending on what you put in there, it could be so interesting.
Well, and yeah, it's a very interesting thing, because here's what is okay. So we have that. Here's the Eight of Cups. Okay. If I were reading for someone, I might say that the person has a job that keeps them alienated from a softer, gentler side of themselves. And by the way, Jeff, you're watching that right now. That's me.
It's most of the audience.
Yeah. So what's interesting is if I were to do this, what's that mean? Or here, where the hell? Really? Why can I not find one of those dang cards? Sorry. See, you all think this is planned. It is planned. It's planned chaos.
Mm-hmm. Gerald's a very good actor. He actually, this whole part was scripted. We rehearsed this whole video already.
Here you go. This is interesting.
Mm.
Two of Swords inside the Eight of Cups. That's a really powerful image, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Roman. Rigged. Or the Page of Cups. Or Page of Swords inside of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I never would have realized that that's what the Page of Swords looks like.
Mm-hmm.
See, the Eight of Cups doesn't give me Eight of Cups without the girl.
No.
But what the Eight of Cups means.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting, because where do you put the weight of it? Do you put the weight in what your foreknowledge of what the cards mean?
Yeah.
Or
like instead of walking away, she's walking towards you.
Could be, yes.
Yeah.
And Linda De Gonzalez says, OMG, you guys are still on. Well, yes, because
we're just that good.
Because I am making sure that Tom is aware to purchase responsibly and to know the limits. We're not here to share. I mean, we're not here to share. We're not here to share. We're here to sell. We're here to share, not to sell. But
hashtag ad.
Hashtag ad, yeah. But now it's like tarot intermediate study. A negative becomes a positive. Very much. It could be that.
I mean, you could. I think there's.
It's like her mental prowess is overcoming her emotional.
Yeah. But there's still. I mean, it's still. It's still about escape. It's still about leaving stuff behind.
Regretting a choice of study or declaration of major, or not using a degree in a given chosen field of study. This is fascinating.
But you need to do that. I mean, like it's a positive.
Walking away from your chosen major.
Yeah, I mean it's sometimes a necessity.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also I think Maru, you had said, I think it was Maru, walking away from something, but I would say sometimes I have to think about, am I reading the inset card first and then the host card? So you think about this. This is the host card. I'm inviting somebody over for dinner. Who am I inviting? I'm inviting the Page of Swords. So, it's an interesting thing. And then, if you do reversals, what? Now it just looks like a moon, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Basically, it would just be like you learned something that makes you want to run away.
Oh, yeah. A water lily dreaming of flight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels like when you take the card away from its original context, those don't have to be footprints. They do feel like almost like thought bubbles or something. It gets abstracted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do have to say that's a pretty dang powerful image, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very fascinating.
Yeah, and like it's interesting, like what you had said about like the the host card versus the inset.
With the Two of Swords inside, it's giving me the decision moment before leaving.
Oh, yeah. It's that moment
Yep.
you make that decision.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Maru, that's very nicely said.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very dream state vibe. So, all right. My goodness. Well, guess what? We have been here for
Oh, wow.
over 2 hours.
We do go on.
We couldn't get Tom to shut up.
I just keep yapping away.
Yes. So
we can't help being fascinating.
Right?
That is
Why we're here.
That is true. Well, I really appreciate you guys, the two of you joining us or joining me. I mean, card interaction is an important thing. The fact that I've circle punched cards makes it, literally it is an inset card.
Yeah.
And you can really truly get a different visual. I mean, and it's funny because I'm just now looking down at my cards and I see this. The Hermit with with the sun underneath of it. I mean, sometimes you need time by yourself to get your enlightenment, and other times you need to be childlike in order to be a naked baby on a horse.
Sometimes it's just babysitting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is just babysitting, and sometimes it's babysitting yourself.
There you go.
What a perfect end to a perfect day. Started when I made kick-ass banana bread, tonight yoga, then this wonderful live. Well, thank you.
You're back.
And had enough. Please remember to lean into your power. Your strength is color. Your strength is color, and lean into it.
And don't say you won't be good at reading.
Oh.
So I think that's what your statement said, because you can't get past that. Don't ever say that.
Yeah.
We believe in you.
Well, yeah, and we're going to support you because, I think this is it's really powerful. I mean, because, by the way, for those of you who are watching, the three of us on camera had differing opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of that exchange really added some insight. It was very cool.
I enjoyed it.
I did too. Thank you. Maybe we should do something again.
Agreed. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you'd like us to do something again, leave a comment, because, by the way, tonight we've been playing with cards. I mean, and holy mackerel, it's been really, really incredible, because not only did we actually layer cards, we layered meaning, and because we've layered the meanings, we gained much more insight.
Yeah.
We also got confirmation of what we already know. So,
Yep.
add the Hierophant
Oh yeah,
to this crew for a different card.
because
Add the
you
Hierophant.
had said that would be a good show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, maybe we should, have a discussion about the Hierophant, because, Tom, I'm not going to try to sway you. Yeah, I'm lying. I am going to try to sway you.
That's good. That's fine.
I mean,
You don't have to twist my arm
I'll
too
take the
hard.
blame of it, Maru. And there's no blame to be shared. I mean, we're just trying to help you do exactly what the Hierophant is for, to gain enlightenment.
There you go.
So
To know the systems that you need to break.
to know the systems that you need to break. Yes. Thank you all very much.
Brother.
What'd you say?
I said, amen, brother.
Amen. Oh, by the way, Denise Fletcher Tarot has just shown up. So,
Hey, Denise.
It's great
Thanks
to
for
see
being
you.
here, everybody.
Yes. Thank you very much. We will say farewell. And then backstage, we'll figure out how we're going to take over the world, or at least take a Hierophant out for a drink and get to know it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.